Good morning, travelers. It is day 5, and we are just pulling into Sitka. And it's really nice out today, so that's a good change. I'm going to go on a otter. I'm going on an otter wildlife quest. It's a cruise around the Sitka Sound and looking for critters. So that should be fun, especially if the weather holds. So I'll bring you along. We have breakfast here of eggs on toast and an omelet, just for variety, and of course, the tea. Here's our little gift this time. Let's see what's in it. All right, let's see what it is. Ooh, let's see what these are. Let's see. That's wrong side up. Hazelnuts. Cream. Interesting. Are they both the same? Yes, they are the same. All right. Hello, travelers. It's the end of day 5, and we have been in Sitka. I did a wildlife tour, and it was really good. We saw a couple of bears, we saw a couple of whales, we saw some sea otters, we saw some sea lions, and then we saw a bunch of eagles. So yeah, it was a pretty successful wildlife hunt, I'd say. The boat actually picked us up from the ship. So it's a tender port. We didn't have a docking. And so it pulled alongside the ship and we all got on. It was kind of fun. It did not, however, leave us off at the ship, which was kind of a surprise. You get on the ship and the bottom level where you get on is all glassed in. And they also have like a little snack area where they've got things for sale, like, chips and drinks. And then later on they do like smoked salmon sampler, so you can try some of them, and they sell that. And then they sold, I think, like plushies, like there was a whale one, there was a seal one, and some of the other critters, eagles and that kind of thing. And then you go upstairs, and it's sort of half outside, half inside. The inside is there's no door, but it is still protected by the wind with the glass walls, but then you can go outside and actually be out in the wind. Of course, the wind gets pretty good, and you can see and you can film, more importantly, without having glass in your way. And the boat, I mean, if you have a problem with motion sickness, this might not be the tour for you, because it moved a lot. Not only when we were going into Sitka Sound and such, but also at one point we went out past sort of the barrier islands and everything, and that's when it was really rocking, and that's where we saw the whales and such. But yeah, if it felt like we were on a roller coaster for part of it. So if you have a problem with that kind of motion sickness, you might not want to take this tour. So that's my caveat there for people who do suffer from that. Okay, so anyway, after that, I took a nap, which was nice, and then I went down to the Arts Cafe, which is their little coffee and tea and little sort of pastries and stuff, and they also have like cheese plates and fruit plates and little tidbits that you can just kind of get and sit and read or whatever you want to do. A lot of people socialize there as well, but it's a nice place to just kind of sit and watch people go by if you want. I like to read, so I did that for a while. Ran into one of the people from the Solo Traveler group, which was actually supposed to meet in like a few minutes, so I joined her and we went up there, and we were asking the crew member, the DJ, who was there with the meetup group, and we were asking him, isn't there some kind of like a casual option for dinner on this ship? And apparently there is not. I was thinking like a buffet, pizza, anything. No, you can't get a burger, none of that. You either have to do one of the restaurants, or you have to go in room dining and order from room service, which of course was, I was thinking I didn't really feel like the whole production of the main dining room. But I didn't have any reservations anywhere else. I had tried to get a reservation there's a Hot Rock Grill, and apparently that gets really busy when the weather's nice. And so I was waitlisted, nobody canceled, and they called me and told me I wasn't going to be able to get in. And so I was at loose ends as to what to do, and we wound up going back to the main dining room and having our dinner there. And now it is the end of the day, and I have a tour tomorrow. We're in Ketchikan tomorrow, and I don't know if you are aware, but apparently yesterday there was a large landslide, and it killed one person and sent several people to the hospital. And we weren't sure if that was going to affect the ability of the port to be able to have cruise ships in or not, because it does block apparently one of the main roads. And so that's some place that a lot of the tour companies would use to take people to and from their tours, is the main road there. But I guess we'll just wait and see tomorrow whether or not they are able to accommodate, or if I'm just going to basically get off the ship and wander around. Ketchikan's a good place to do that, actually. Anyway, that's tomorrow, and I will take you along. So for now, Solo Sue signing off.